Good morning, friends. Welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. Lisa here. I am coming to you super early this morning. I have to head into town for a car service and a wheel alignment, and I won't be back till late this afternoon, so I thought I'd pop on really early and say hi. Today we are kicking off the bingo, Christmas bingo. I know I called it 12 days of Christmas. It's not 12 days. It's actually 4 weeks where you can be prepping things to either use this Christmas season to entertain, or maybe you're prepping them to actually gift away, like create a hamper or just put a beautiful ribbon on a jar and give it to somebody. That's what this is all about. And if by chance you're the first person to get 4 in a row of there's 4 different 4 in a rows, then I send you a little prize if you live in Australia. I've got to say that because otherwise, yeah, it's just too expensive to post things elsewhere. So today we are starting off with a citrus syrup. So you do not have to make exactly what I'm making. So if you are joining in, go find the link, go join the group. We're going to be sharing what we make in there. But you don't have to use exactly this. If you have a berry syrup recipe or a cordial recipe over the years you've made or something like that, you can use that. Don't feel like, I think I've put on there today, I think I've just said fruit syrup or cordial. So you pick and choose. You may have someone in mind and you're like, hey, they really like this. I'll give them this. All right, so there is that chance in there. I've not specified which recipe you have to make. It's more the style of recipe, okay, the concept. So let's get started on this. And I saw a really cool hack actually for the TM7 lid, which I'm going to share with you. I'm really excited to show you that today as well. Now, I thought citrus syrup would be an orange-based recipe. It's not. How cool. So anyway, oh, by the way, if you're watching on, say hi. And if you have friends and family with the Thermomix, please share this video with them so that they can see what they can make in their Thermomix, because it opens up a world of possibilities when you know you can do it. So we're going to go start. It takes a whole of 5 minutes at the Thermomix. So first thing we're adding in is some sugar. 160 grams of raw sugar or whatever sugar you've got at the time. Okay, you may not have raw, you might have leftover icing sugar. You might have, not that I buy that, but you might want to use, I wouldn't use monk fruit. I know some of you watching on, hello Amy, lovely to see you on. I love that you are loving your Thermomix. Thank you for writing back, it's lovely. So yes, you don't use monk fruit. Monk fruit crystallizes, I've found. So definitely if you're going to use monk fruit, it's something you're going to eat straight away, not leave for a month, because if you leave it, it's going to separate. Okay, lemon juice. Now, not sure how we're going to go, but this is where I want to test out this little thing I saw online. So I'm going to tear that back. Now, what they're using is this here as a juicer. I don't know. I'm not sure. So ignore the scales because it's going to fluctuate as I push on top. Okay. Yeah, it kind of works, but it kind of... My lemons, maybe it's my homegrown lemons, are a bit deep. So they're getting the top... Sorry, I'm going to critique the method a little bit. It's getting the top out, but it's not getting all the way down. It's only getting that top centimetre out of this. You'd have to be pushing it pretty flat to work well. It did work. Got 11 grams out. I do want 80 grams though. Lucky, there's 2 ways you can do this. I did bring out my good old-fashioned one that I've had since I was newly married, but mainly because this one's dry. It's been sitting in the fridge for a while. But I'm just going to shake these seeds off. I'll put that back on so the scales don't get too confused. This is the method we used to use years ago with the TM31 spatula. I don't know if this is even available in the mix shop anymore. I don't think it is. But it's nice and rigid. So being that it's so firm, you can push your lemon around in that and it squeezes through like that. I'm really excited for this syrup. I think I did it many years ago, and it's literally a lemon lime syrup, so it's really yummy. I did buy limes the other day. Our lime tree is not keeping up with the demand. Now a big chunk of flesh came off. I'm actually going to chuck that in the bowl. We strain this when it's done later. Also, the reason I'm coming to you so early because it needs to cook for 20 minutes, then we come back. I'm going to put those 2 chunks in. I am very short. I'm going to try and make up with that. Oh, no, I do have... Okay, not sure about this one. This came in off the tree. It's a lemon. I have a feeling it's a very unripe lemon, though. I might get some off it. Now, this one might maybe work a bit better in this method. I saw it going around over the weekend, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm straining this, so I'm not too worried about the bits going in. But because your lemon... Does everyone understand why I'm challenged by this concept? Your lemon's like, what, 1.5 inches deep. This is like 1/2 inch. So you're just not going to get the depth I mean, it's a good start. I get that, but nah. Just get your spatula or get your old juicer thing. I'm not too worried about the seeds because I am straining this. I don't know if I said that before. Okay, 50. I'm getting more juice out of this little hard lemon than I ever thought I would. Okay, the other half of this lemon. I know it looks like a lime, friends. It's from the lemon tree. It's just under, I'm going to say underripe. Oh, that one went everywhere. So what are you making today? What's on your to-dos? I'd love to know what you're making. If you're uninspired and you're not sure, make this. Send me a photo. Actually, put it in the group so that then I know you've done it. And I love the fact that you're using your Thermomix in different ways. Alrighty, I'm going to flip this juice in and we're just going to call it a day on that because I can't be bothered playing with that anymore. If you just need to squeeze out, friends, say you just need 10 grams, that's a perfect option. If you need more than 10 grams, use something else. Just being true. Okay. All right. Lime juice. Let's do this. Little limes here. And they won't work on this method anyway because they're too thin across the girth to actually be that way. So 80 grams. That's actually why I got the juicer out. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to have to juice these little ones. Look at them. They're teeny. Okay. Now, friends, I should have done this off camera, but I was hopeful that lid method would work. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to let me listen to me talk for a second. I'll try to be really efficient for you guys because I'm really mindful of your time. But in Thermi World at the moment, we have a few more weeks of Christmas delivery guaranteed. We also have a few more weeks of trade up. So on the same day, the 8th of December is the end of both of those campaigns. Hello, Elena. Love to see you on as well. Both of those campaigns end on the 8th of December. So guaranteed Christmas delivery. We also have the cutter host reward promo still running. So if you haven't got yourself a cutter for whatever model you have, so you might have a TM5, not for a TM31, I should clarify that. But say you've got a TM5 or a 6, you can also take up the host rewards as well for a cutter and spiralizer. And it's just discounted by hosting, so you and 2 friends, we can jump online if you live in Australia, and I can cook for you, we can cook together. It really depends on who and what and where. And you can get yourself a discounted one, and if a friend happens to be ready to actually buy them, we can get it even further discounted, which is really nice. Hello, Janelle. Lovely to see you on today. Hope it's not too warm where you are. I reckon it'd be toasty up there. So I'm going for 80 grams, which actually, incidentally, is not much, right? Normally, if you had a normal, I suppose the lime's always small, but if you had a bigger lime, you'd probably squeeze it in one go. I got mini limes. They sent me the minis. All right, let's see how much I'm up to. What do you reckon? Not enough. Oh, nearly there. Nearly there. Now, this is in a moment. We're going to add some water and we're going to cook it off. So we're going to cook it for, I think, 20 minutes before we steep it and strain it. And then it's literally going into bottles. It can last up to a month, which is pretty cool to be able to do that, put it away. You'll notice in the plan, those of you playing bingo, you notice I put the things that expire quickly, you'll notice I put them last. Okay, so I've actually intentionally put the things that can be, put aside for a month happily. I've put them in there first, and the things that need using faster last. So you will notice that when you look at the bingo card. You'll also notice there's some greyed out ones. The greyed out ones is so that the game's not over in a week. So therefore, they can't be revealed when we get to that day. It means that nobody can jump ahead, and you are allowed to cook ahead. So when I said jump ahead, you can cook ahead definitely. If you want to go through and cook all of them and take all your photos now, you certainly can if that's what your schedule is best at. But it means you can't win until we get to those dates. So that was the plan with that. So yes. And as I said, if you don't know what you're making, every day I'll turn up anyway. So the only thing you probably need to consider is what you're going to put them in. So having a think about in advance, maybe going past your local shop and getting some jars, or maybe you're a keeper of jars like I am, so you tend to always have lots. Somebody asked me over the weekend what I'm going to do with these vacuum seal jars up the back, and I actually am already using them. I've got tea bags stored in one up there. I've used all the little ones are out in use already in various ways, short sauces and stuff. Some will get gifted away at Christmas time, but a lot of them are already being used. Some of them I'll just use just because I do anyway with my other sealing type jars. Sometimes I just use them like as a jar. I've just made tomato sauce, I'll put it in a jar. So, all right, we're going to run a little short on that, but that's all the limes that I'm going to use. Okay, we're going to finish this off with 320 grams of water. Okay. $350 apparently. Star of anise, I'm going to leave that out. I don't really want it to have that taste to it, but if you did put that in, there we go. 20 minutes, 120 degrees, speed 2. We press play, off it goes. And guess what? I have a lid cap today. So we'll let that cook. And then if you'd like to see me strain it and finish it off, jump over on YouTube tonight. I'd love to see you over there and we'll finish that together. But otherwise, have a fantastic Monday. I'm excited for those of you joining me with the bingo. I'm hoping it gives you more inspiration and confidence with your Thermomix. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for our next recipe together. If you've got questions, reach out. If you want to get your hands on a TM7, you can find my details. If you live in Australia, come see me online, tmxingadventures.com.au. I'd love to help you get a Thermomix on the bench. I'd love to help you get the very most out of it, which is actually, you know, hugely important to me, that if you get one of these, you love it, you use it, you make sure, you know, it helps you and serves you so incredibly well in your kitchen, that it makes your life easier. That's what I'm on about. So have a fantastic day. Take care. And all you do, if I can help you, reach out. I'd love to hear from you, but otherwise take care and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye for now. Okay, let's finish this off. It says to infuse for 10 minutes and then we strain through a fine mesh sieve into a sterilized glass bottle and allow to cool completely. If you don't know how to sterilize your bottles, reach out. I'm happy to answer that question. You can do it over your Thermomix in your Vorwerk. So I've got my little cute bottle. I've got my little tag ready to go. That's actually a set of 6 is what you can win for joining us for the bingo. And now we simply, it smells amazing. I'm going to go slow because I've got a double spout here. Now, most of the recipes I've chosen just make a good amount. Like, it's not too much, it's not too little, it's kind of just right. So you will find that you're not going to end up with mostly an abundance of, leftovers that you're like, what on earth do I do with this? So you will notice a lot of them are pretty spot on. There we go. So I'll put the rest in another one in a moment. But let me show you what that looks like. How cool is that? Pop it down with the lid on while it's hot. And there we go. Ready for this Christmas season. How cool is that? Homemade cordial in your Thermomix in no time at all. Like a couple of minutes at your Thermomix, even fussing with limes. And then 20-minute cook, let it sit, strain it. Doesn't get much easier, and we don't have any numbers, preservatives, additives. We know exactly what's in our food. So good, so easy. The kids could do it. Anyway, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.